Good afternoon, students. This is Lohit Rameske. So, in the previous session, we discussed the meaning of business decisions and features of business decisions. So, in those decisions, in the previous session, we understand that what is business decision and how it behaves through its features. So, in this session, we are going to know how the business decision is important with a view of business activities and how it is connected with all the activities of a business firm or business organization. So any business organization without a proper decision making, they can't move further, they can't grow up, or they can't exist, or they can't give competition to the competitors. So in this session we'll come to know how exactly the business decisions have an impact with various business activities concerned of a business firm with the points of importance of business decisions. Let us see what are the importance of business decision.
Very first important function or the importance of business decisions is the effective function. So here the business decisions are exercised through decision making. So here the business decisions are the decisions which are required for so many management functions like planning, organizing, lending, controlling, or other things, directing, okay, organizing. For all these business decisions are required. So all of you know that planning is about a future course of action um, which is decided very early. So it's a thinking before thinking early. So it's here while planning the business decisions take place its importance role means while plan they are going to have a plan about that deciding number of products, employees, or a plan about production, a plan about marketing, plan about sales, a plan about marketing strategies, or plan about sales strategies. So many things they are going to have a plan. So here, well in advance, they are going to decide the plan of various activities. So in order to decide or draft a plan, they need decisions. So in order to take decision, they have to collect information about various facts. Then organizing. So here, while organizing man, material, machine, money, all these things are required for business activities. The business organization has to organize all these things. So here, the decision about organizing all these things plays an important role in commencing business activities or running business activities. So if they are all well properly organized, then only business activities can run successfully. So then the business organization has to take decisions in lending also. Means they have to invest. So for this, they have to take decisions on borrowing money or investing money or formation of their capital or about the other all those many financial things. So in all these things they have to take decisions. And while controlling, the business organization plays an important role by taking good decisions to set the standards or to give directions or to give instructions, suggestions. They have to decide the type of standards and the number of employees to be employed and what are the instructions they have to give to the employees. So all these things have to be decided in controlling. So here the effective functioning of business organizations is always depending on the good business decisions. Then solving business problem. So here, in order to solve the business problem, the business decisions plays an important role. So here, the in activities like production, so many problems rises. So whenever there is a shortage of materials, whenever there is a non-availability of labors, so or if there is enough supply problem, so many problems arise. So in all those situations, the Business organization has to take decision immediately by having a information about the available options, alternatives, all those things. So in financing, they have to, I already told, they have to decide the short-term funds, long-term funds, investments, and they have to decide about the banking activities also with the bank, means borrowings and lendings. Then in marketing, they have to take decision about product design, advertising, sales force, channels of distribution, demand and supply. On many things of marketing, they have to take a good decision in order to solve the problems. So if any problem arises while distributing the goods and services, or any problem arises while having a storage about production services, so the business organization must consider all these activities to overcome from these obstacles. And here, not only solving the problem, the business organization has to search the advantages of opportunities or the merits or the benefit they are going to get from the options which are available in the market. They have to read the strengths and weakness opportunities of competitors also, and what are the other opportunities they have in the market. So in all these things, they have to decide whether to go or not. So the business organization have an must have a good proper decision. Otherwise, if they fail to recognize the opportunities, or if they fail to recognize the causes, if they fail to tackle them in timely or according to the problem, so otherwise it will become a very loss. They are going to incur a loss. So solving business problem is another important thing in which the business decision plays a role. Then the business decisions is used as a tool for manager. So here, the any business organization have its management, like top management, middle level management, and lower level management. Particularly for the managers, the business decisions used as a tool. They are used as for discharging their duties. Discharging these duties means here executions of the plans allotted to them, or the duties allotted to them by the management, or they have to guide, they have to take actions, they have to give instructions, and they have to compare the decisions, and they have to decide the performance of employees. So in so many aspects, they have to discharge their duties. So the business, if they take proper decisions by having a good intelligence, so they can exercise these powers properly, and the functioning of the manager is based on good decision. So if they are failed to take good decision, they can't have a control on subordinates or employees or on their work. So here the managers who works in a business activities, they have to use business decisions as tools for their operating activities of business, or for day-to-day activities of their business, or to have a control on employees, or to have a uh, good hold on their work. Then the next important thing is production plan. So here the business decision plays a very, very major role or important role in production planning. So here in production planning, it's mainly concerned about five things. That is, they have to decide what are the requirements are there for production. It may be a material, it may be a machine, it could be a man, it could be a working number of working hours, and plant layout, and then so all these things they are going to decide whether they are required or not. For this, again, they have to go through the decision making process. So that means finding the sources, finding the alternatives, evaluating the alternatives, selecting the best one. So here they are going to decide what to produce. That means kind of product they are going to produce, which is and with that they are going to identify the target customer to whom means to which class of customer it is produced, then and the time they are going to produce, and the plant location where they are going to locate their manufacturing unit, and what are the techniques and methods they are going to used. So on all these aspects, the business organization has to decide particularly about production plan. If they fail to do all these things, they can't maintain proper stock in their warehouses, they can't meet demand of market, or they can't supply uh, a required number of goods and services. So all these problems they are going to face. So here the business organizations carefully handle the men employed with production and the materials they are going to use and the stock they are going to maintain, and they have to decide whether to add feature or withdraw the product from the market. So all those things which comes in the production plan. So the business decision plays an important role in production planning. then then the next thing is significance in the organization. So here business decisions have plays an important role in the organization structure. So here, in order to decide the hierarchy of the organization, the business decision plays an important role. So by here, the structure and nature of organization can be decided depending on the size and type of business. So here, the structure involves top management, executives, or here we can see n number of structures like functional structure or line structure or matrix structure or departmental structure. So many structures are there. So here the management of the company has to decide the structure, but before deciding they have to consider the size and operations, the amount of capital they are going to deploy into the business. So then here they have to decide the work and division of work. So here division of work is important thing in organization. So while dividing the work, they are consider the skills, experience, knowledge, and the specialization. So specializations means so in those particular areas who are very have a specialized skill or depth skills or knowledge, they are to be allotted for that kind of work only. Means if one is have a good knowledge, skills, experience with marketing, they have to go through the marketing activities only, or they have to be deployed to the marketing work. So here the business decision plays an important role in significance in the organization. So business decision plays a significant role. Then direction and control. So here, while deciding the course of action, the business decision take place. Then they have to decide the type of motivation. It's motivation may be a two type: monetary motivation, non-monetary motivation. Monetary motivation includes prize, awards, rewards like. So non-monetary motivation is appreciation, other non-monetary benefits, uh, all those things. So here, the management or the manager has to decide the type of motivation. Not to decide the motivation, he has to collect useful information about the performance of employees, or about the type of work or the nature of employees. He has to understand all those things. Then the manager has to decide the orders and instructions, has to orders and instructions to give the employees. Then he has to set the standards to control the employees. He has to decide the controlling points in which the employees or the subordinates should work, and the procedures they have to follow every day while working. So the business decisions will have a major role in all these things: motivation or giving instructions or deciding the standards, as well as controlling the employees, all these things. Then business concern. So here the business decisions have a concern about options they have. Means what are the options they have, whether to go for extension of business, or adding the product, or withdrawing the product, or diversification of product, or entering into a new area or new marketing area. Then for all this, they have to decide the course of action. Then you have to evaluate the alternative courses of actions for all this concept. Then the business organization also should have a concern about the available resources and their strengths, benefits, and their maintenance in all those things. So here, the business decision will be taken by carefully analyzing all these things. So here in this session, we covered all these things which are very important for a business organization, particularly the sustain and grow in competition. Means they have to be remain sustained in the competition and grow in competition. And they have to decide the structure of organization. They have to have to take care about the employees. Then, along with that, the efficiency of the management is tested in taking business decisions. So, with this, I conclude my session. Thank you.